Yep, there she is. She's back. There she goes. What's going on, guys? It's Kev from 21 Sad Street. Just wanted to make this video today on this beautiful day. I'm filming this on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Shout out to all the moms out there, whoever's watching this. We love you, we appreciate you, and all the hard work you do, including my own and my grandmother. God bless you. So, again, this video actually was also inspired by the two previous videos that I made as well. And this one today is talking about the Bitcoin gold rush. What it is, why it's important, especially right now. Because this is not a future event. This is happening right now as we speak, whether you realize or not, whether you want to accept the reality of it or not, or like it or not. So I believe it was Michael Saylor from Strategy mentioned back in 2024 that we were in the Bitcoin gold rush. And if we were to take where Saylor announced it to, like, you know, to where we are right now and to where it potentially might end, we're in, I would say, year 2 of that gold rush. And the reason why it's called the Bitcoin gold rush is because now we have institutional players at hand who want to take a piece of the Bitcoin pie, the Satoshi pie, if I want to put it like that. And it's no longer retail, it's no longer just retail anymore, or it's no longer the common folk like myself here, but it's not everybody. It's, institutional companies, governments, these sovereign wealth funds, and yeah, I mean, imagine once Bitcoin reaches like insurance companies or pension funds. I mean, they already are, the beginning stages of it, but like, imagine that's just going to accelerate the fact. And people are still nonchalant about accumulating Bitcoin and all that, thinking like, they treat Bitcoin like a stock, like, saying like, oh, like, I can get a piece of, let's say, like, a share of Apple, maybe in a couple of years. Right now, like, right now is not a priority, something like that. Like, there's always going to be shares of Apple because they're always making shares of Apple. And they're approaching the same way with Bitcoin because, well, yeah, because it's on, it's a system, it's a traditional system that we've all, known to be. Like, everything just gets printed out of thin air. But with Bitcoin, it's, it's the total opposite. And this is why it's kind of called like the gold rush, or you can call the accumulation phase, or whatever you want to call it. And right now, as we speak, there's about 20 million, about 20 million or so, give or take, Bitcoins already in circulation. So that's 95%. Remember, it's only capped at 21 million, and we're already at 20. I think I remembered, like, in 2017, 2018, I think it was like about between 18 to 19. So to go from like 18 to 20 million, that's a big jump. That's significant. And people are starting to catch on, slowly but surely, gradually but suddenly. And I think, to be honest, I think most people will fumble the bag with this for not accumulating or not accumulating enough. And I think it's just the same tale that we've seen over and over again throughout history and all that. But like, I think this is, important to put out a video like this just to, to spread the awareness, because this is not just something to like be like, very, what's the word? Got tongue tied. To be very passive about. Like, I remember getting Bitcoin, for as many sats back then than I can get today. Like, I remember when Bitcoin was hovering around 30K and all that, and I remember like I would just buy like a madman, like there was no tomorrow, because I treated with urgency, just because I said, like, this is going to 100. I mean, we already passed 100. I mean, and we're slowly going back up to it again. But I was buying like a madman. And even though, I mean, I'm still buying today, but even though I'm like saying like, damn, like I remember getting this many sats back in 2018, 2019 compared to like what I'm getting today and all that, it's like, it's crazy. It's bittersweet. But yeah. And here's another interesting fact as well, like on a daily basis, about 420 Bitcoins are put onto the exchanges, if I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you want to put it in the comment section down there and all that. Same thing with the amount of coins in circulation as well. I know like 20 million, I'm just giving like a rough estimate. It's not like an exact number and all that, but give or take. And right now 95, and I believe 95% is the amount supplied right now, or like that has been mined. And in 2035, 99% of the Bitcoin will be mined, meaning it's going to be even more scarce. It's going to be even more difficult to get. And that's crazy, because that's like what, like 9-8 years from now. And again, like, people don't know this, and probably they don't know this because they're not aware, they're not educated, or not even interested. But regardless, whether you're interested or not, whether you agree or not, I think it was Safety Moves who wrote the Bitcoin standard said this, like, Bitcoin is like gunpowder. If you don't, I'll paraphrase this, like, if you don't use it or learn how to use it, it'll be used against you eventually. And I think Jerry was talking about this from, Jerry Loves Freedom. Shout out to Jerry, my man. He was talking about this, saying that there's going to come a point where, like, your dollars are not going to be worth anything to exchange for Satoshis. It's going to be your time and labor. Like, the same day how people are working a 9 to 5 to earn a salary for X amount of dollars, it's going to be the same with sats. So really, like, we shouldn't be sleeping on this. Like, this is the deal of a lifetime. Think of it in, like, as Sailor would say, prime real estate in New York City, in Manhattan, or like prime real estate in Miami, Los Angeles, Singapore, Panama City, Dubai, Tokyo, whatever you call it. Because they're not making more of it. That's for sure. And people are going to come after it. People will want your Bitcoin. I mean, I think we've already seen it with these lending products as well, and even like these traditional banks saying that you can borrow against your crypto to get a mortgage for a house and all that. Just like how people today are placing urgencies on, like, buying real estate, buying, I don't know, fine art or wine or or even gold, silver, stocks, that urgency should be moved into Bitcoin. Because if anything, the higher the Bitcoin price will go up, the less sats. Let's say if you were to sell a piece of real estate, let's say just like the average family house right now, for Bitcoin is at $1 million, you can get less dollars for those satoshis if you were to do that. You know, if you were just to place your energy and focus on Bitcoin right now. I think in another video I kind of break this down as well, and using like foreign currencies, because like my take is that I've always looked at Bitcoin when I was younger, like when I first started out, like seeing it as like an investment rather than seeing it as a monetary savings technology, as a store of value and unit of account. But the more that I've dug deep into this, it's just kind of like, it's just kind of like everything at once, especially even the currency part. Because if we're looking at Bitcoin as money and we're using it to measure, like, the price of a house or price of groceries or a car or whatever, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'll break that down in another video, but it just came to mind. But yeah, we're definitely in the Bitcoin gold rush, and if you can delay gratification as you can right now. I was just calling my dog, just wandering out on her own right there. Right there again. Hey Nina, say hi. Say hi. I don't even know what she's looking at, but sure, okay. If you're able to delay gratification for what, whatever you're purchasing, whatever it be, like, a house, a fancy new car, or whatever it is, and use it for Bitcoin and delay gratification in the long term, trust me, you're gonna be better off. And not only that, but you can probably get whatever that you want to get, whether it be that house or that car, cheaper in sats rather than dollars. But yeah, we should definitely place urgency on this, and be aware and prioritize stacking sats over anything else right now as we speak, because the sats that are available today are not going to be available in 2035. I think it's January 7th of 2035, where 99% of the Bitcoin is already mined and supplied. And like I said, it's going to be in demand, whether people realize that or not right now. People will sell their houses for them, their cars, their land, their yachts, you name it. Whatever is, whatever you can sell for value, you name it, and all that. I'll say even people who, like, who are homeowners and stuff will probably take out a HELOC just to buy Bitcoin. I mean, we already see like products like, Horizon, which seem pretty interesting, that, you can sell a percentage of your home's value to buy Bitcoin and all that. So, I mean, it's not a HELOC or anything like that. They just help you tap into it, from what I understand. So, and even though all this stuff may seem too early right now, it's just, it's just the writing on the wall. Like I said, we're already seeing Bitcoin lending products come into fruition, where you can borrow against your Bitcoin, whether it be with Ledin, Salt, Strike, and all that. I mean, I already mentioned Horizon, and then there's You know, and then there's like home products, like mortgages, like people's reserves as well. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. This is not just for, you know, shits and giggles. And I remember going into the conference and seeing a company there that deals with, you know, home equity lines of credit, and I asked them, like, saying, like, I know you guys deal with the home equity line, you know, lines of credit or like home products. Why, you know, why Bitcoin? What got you guys interested in Bitcoin? And you know, they said like they believe that it's the most pristine, you know, asset of the, you know, in the world. So why not borrow against it to, I don't know, you need to fix your roof, you want to do a home renovation, or do a vacation, a honeymoon, or you know, whatever it is. Why not borrow against your Bitcoin? And that's what's gonna happen. Just be, you know, and if you are going to borrow against your Bitcoin, be responsible. I mean, I personally, I haven't done that yet. I don't know who's doing that right now, but anybody watching this and they're using their Bitcoin as collateral to borrow against it for whatever reason, you know, put it in the comments. Let me know, you know, what you think, what your experience is like, because I'm curious as well, just to see how this will play out. And like I said, like my next video will be using, I'll be talking Bitcoin from a currency, you know, perspective as well, and just, and you'll see once once I put it up, it'll make more sense how it becomes, how it's used as money and all that for trading goods and services. I kind of blanked out there for a sec. I'm like tired, but here we are. But again, guys, this is Kev from 21 Sat Street, and until next time, peace.